welcome in. I'm ad-libbing today. I don't have the sheet up. Couldn't pull the DMs with Noops up quick enough, but welcome in to Brown Bag Bets. Noops is out again. Matt is coming to you live from Big Bend. He's got a giant clock behind him there, somewhere in the Chicagoland area. We'll go through some more picks today. That's fun. We're gonna do baseball and hockey. Don't always get that. I looked at the soccer slate. Rough. I'm not betting the one EPL match that stinks, or it's a fixture, Matt. That's how they say it in Europe. If you were editing any European writing in these past
I've
few
caught
days,
that, yeah.
fixtures is how they say. That's how it is on Flash Score too. So only reason I know that. So no soccer today. Gonna take it easy. Gonna lead off with a quick shout out to one of our sponsors, PropSwap. Again, we've had Luke on here talking about PropSwap. I've talked about it numerous times. Now that we're in NBA playoffs, we've got another major golf major coming up. We have tennis majors coming up, and you can sell some tickets there if you get some liquidity. If you make a good bet and you don't want to ride it out, which, like Luke said, bet two if you're going to do that. But for sure, if you are not already an owner of a PropSwap account, you can use promo code BetSperts and get yourself a 100% deposit match up to $500, which just cuts the price of that first ticket in half. So go check that out. I don't even need to send you a link. My God, guys. Get on the App Store, type in PropSwap. It's not hard. They have a website too, propswap.com. If you can't find that, I don't know. You're gonna have bigger issues trying to figure out how to deposit and put your name in and stuff. So go figure it out yourself. But promo code BetSpert, that's easy enough. It's right on the screen here, all over the place. Matt, how was your Wednesday?
That was a great read, Andy. That was a fantastic read.
That was a direct script. I read that right off the page.
Jeez. I don't doubt it with you. That might have actually been a script.
I wrote that.
My Wednesday was good. The bets could have gone better. Baseball slate didn't go well, but the Mariners minus 1.5 saved us from having a big O for a day, laying an egg. But my Bulls somehow shockingly won last night. It took I think what most Bulls fans expected, a Herculean effort from DeMar DeRozan to go out and steal one in Milwaukee, but stole one in Milwaukee. Chris Middleton, sprained MCL. He's either, out for the series or not playing at 100%. Like, there's some life. There's a little bit of life. Like the Bucks are cut. Like, they're human. They can be beat. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be, but like they're human. They're gettable.
We're going to make Drago references.
Yeah, of course. The Bulls are very much the underdog in here. They're plus 500 to start the series.
Bucks come back to the bench, and Giannis is like, he is made of steel. He's made of iron. Is it iron?
Iron, whatever.
One of these.
That was a fun game last night.
I must break you. Yeah, really, the one pass, you know what I'm talking about, over the top on the break. Like, that was fun. Really, actually good ball last night, unless you were a Nets fan, I guess. Giving up a huge lead to, not only lose, but lose the cover and everything. If you had Nets plus 3.5, you're feeling good for half the game. And then the Sixers game ending on I don't know, I'm just going to feel dumb. I'm just going to feel dumb if I'm a voter. And we're sitting here giving Jokic the MVP after watching Embiid play in the playoffs, doing that. Like, he's my MVP for sure. I don't have a vote. Not yet. Haven't got there.
Let's get you one.
I haven't gotten to that level of NBA writer yet. I will get there someday. I'd like to vote on some award someday. Maybe that should be my goal. I am working on a mock draft this afternoon. So I looked at that. Like, there's the Huddle Report, which ranks mock drafts. And it's just a scoring system based on, you get 1 point for every player you get right in the first round. Like, if they were drafted in the first round, you get a point for it. If you get them to the right team, you get 2 points. Okay. It doesn't seem to matter if your team traded back to draft that player, you get 2 additional points for that player. So, like, I looked at my score. My score was like pretty good. There's some guys that had some really good score, but my score was up there. So I'm going to do a mock again. I'm going to try to actually get ranked one of these years. I think you actually have to put out more than one mock, just like a week before the draft, to be recognized by these sites. But I did pretty well last year. I'm going to do another one this year. We'll get to that. But yeah, NBA tonight. I'm passing. No bets for me.
How do you feel about your Timberwolves, though, as a fan?
rough game two. That was a rough game too, but getting kicked in the teeth maybe was good. Um,
And hey,
like
like you'd have taken a 1-1 split in Memphis if I would have told you going into game 3 you're tied 1-1. You'd have taken that every day of the week. You got what you're
yeah,
tied going back
twice on
home.
Sundays.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 1-1 heading back home. This will be a really big swing game. Got tickets for Saturday's game 4. I'll feel a lot better if we have a lead because then it's like, hey, if we lose, it's still 2-2. But no, going home, have home field, home court at this
Home court.
point. So feeling good about that. I wouldn't bet the Timberwolves at that number. Like take the money line if you really think they win, or honestly, take the Timberwolves team total over if you think they play well at home here. So that is going to be like, a buck 18, but it's still something I might look at. I'm going to take a look at that. No bets on that one. Jazz are big favorites to the Mavs despite pissing it away. If you want to bet the Jazz, maybe the first half is going to be your friend in that one. They seem to really have troubles in the fourth quarter sometime, evidenced by the last time out. They're in trouble possibly with Luca coming back now. Staying away from that. Then Warriors Nuggets again. Uh, this is in Denver. I'm gonna have to talk to people, see who's betting on this. I think I've seen some people on the Nuggets. Good luck and best wishes on that. Like if everyone in the Warriors is gonna shoot like they have been, I don't care
Yeah.
what the situation is
Like
and where the game is played and who they have. Ugh.
I'm back at the point where I can't bet against the Warriors. I'm not totally sure I'm going to take them at 2.5 tonight because I think the Nuggets probably get 1 at home, even though the Warriors probably win the series in 5. But like, I'm not betting against the Warriors with how they're playing. I mean, like Steph is putting up 30 plus points, playing 22 minutes off the bench. Like, is he going to do that again tonight? Probably not. But like that team, when they're playing this well, like they can go. Like that's the Warriors team that we can see win the West. And if you have a Western Conference future on them, that you're really liking what you see. I know they're not totally fully healthy, but this is kind of the first time we've seen their big three playing together. And like, I'm not betting the Nuggets. I know Jokic is the MVP. He's very good, but like, there's just no one else. Like everybody else is banged up or not playing or hurt, whatever. Like this is this is a really good Warriors team. They can make a run.
We got a spam. We got a spam comment from what is that?
Best
Twitch.
followers with the
Twitch. I'm
prime.
gonna buy some followers today. Look at
Okay.
me.
Oh,
Andy's getting to 100,000 followers on Twitter today. No big deal. I have some money to spend. Thank God. Back to one last NBA thing. Thank God we haven't graded sixth man of the year Tyler Hero yet. Otherwise, that would all be stuck into draft props at this point. Didn't add any draft props really yesterday, other than the last night on the deep dive. I did put in some Thibodeau under 5.5, minus 190. I don't think those numbers are going to be around anymore this morning. I talked about it last night, but if I have any more draft props, I'll probably tweet those out or put something up. I'm gonna take it easy because I'm leveraged to the gills right now with Walker going first overall.
where
Kind of need that to happen.
where do you think you have my Notre Dame guy Kyle Hamilton going? I see a lot of 11 to the
13th.
Commanders with him.
Yeah, I think the
Weird
Commanders
saying the
might go.
Commanders.
The Commandos might go wide receiver there.
Okay.
I can see him landing there. A lot of people have been betting over 10.5 for Hamilton, so I think that's probably the right move at the current price. 12, 11 or 13, kind of a decent landing spot.
It's such a
Maybe
weird.
maybe
He's such a good player, but it's such just there's no positional value in drafting him that early. So it's interesting to see how teams kind of handle guys like that.
it's not like there's a team who's gonna be super excited about reaching. I
Hmm.
don't know for it's a safety.
Yeah.
Like again, it's Carolina and Seattle makes sense, but there's so many other needs they have that they could get better players at if they want to go cornerback, offensive line for Carolina or cornerback for Seattle. So I think he does fall 11, 13, maybe somewhere below that. Honestly, if you bet over 10.5, it doesn't matter where he lands
Yeah.
as long as he gets past Seattle there. I really don't see the Jets taking him either. So Hamilton, we brought up Notre Dame last night. That was one of our fondest memories of betting when it was McGlinchey and Quentin Nelson.
Oh, that was a fun offensive line to watch.
They opened up one offshore book opened up a over 1.5 Irish players, not of Irish descent, Notre
Hmm.
Dame players to go in the first round at like minus 200, and we're like, Quentin Nelson's like top 5, right?
Yeah,
And
Quentin Nelson went
and
like 6th, and McGlinchey was
well,
like
I mean,
a
even
mid-20s pick or something,
a
early
month. No,
20s.
he actually went in the top 10 too. Like
Oh,
everyone
shit, I don't
said,
know why I thought he fell.
yeah, no, I think he got actually he they reached a little on him.
Mhm.
Like we didn't expect him that early, but we said like his ceiling is like, or his floor is like 20. Like there's just not a spot where he falls out of the first round. And so
Yeah.
everybody bet that and bet that and bet that, and it closed to like minus 4,000. They just couldn't move it. So what do you do? Move it to 2.5? This is the beauty of the draft props. It's like
Mhm.
if it's Matt Rooney over 3-pointers made tonight, you move it to 3.5 and be like, well, make another one then. You move it to 2.5, everyone's just gonna bet the gills to the
Yeah.
under because there wasn't a third Notre Dame player. So you just have to index that juice, and they just let people keep betting it. And people like, I'm betting this at minus 1,000. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I'm
It's
just
gonna
putting my
happen.
whole account on it. So that was a little fun reminiscing about Notre Dame. I don't have a good Notre Dame segue into baseball. Jeff Samardzija, does
That's
he pitch
okay.
anymore?
He does not pitch anymore. I don't know. There's not a really good one. There's I don't think I have anything on the board here. No, I got nothing in terms of segueing to
Nothing.
baseball there.
Nothing.
Oh, I can talk baseball though.
You know what?
I'm gonna
From
I'm gonna go back to
from
the well with some of these bets.
from South Bend to the South Side.
There you
Let's
go.
talk. Let's talk some White Sox baseball.
I like that. South Bend to the South Side. We are going to talk some White Sox baseball. I'm going to give one out every time I'm on here.
Every single day.
White Sox didn't show up for their doubleheader yesterday, especially that first one. Dallas Keuchel had like a DFA-able performance. Like it was that bad yesterday. The Sox committed like 3 errors in the first 2 innings, so he didn't get much help. But after that was just absolutely god awful, and it seemed like the whole team. Whatever. We're on to the next one. We're on today. Dylan Cease is on the mound for the Sox. Not sure if they're weird. They don't play well in Cleveland. They don't usually hit well in Cleveland. Dylan Cease, though, has been fine against Cleveland and has been really good so far this year. He's got 8+ strikeouts. I think he's got actually 8 strikeouts in both of his first 2 starts. Command's kind of been his issue, and Cleveland is a patient team at the plate. In years past, he's had command issues. This year, he really hasn't so far. So I like him to rack up some strikeouts against a not very good Cleveland team in a daytime lineup. Was looking at Tim Anderson over 2 total bases or two plus total bases as well. Wasn't a whole lot of value on that though. It was like minus 135, and I didn't really want to go up to 3. But that's a guy I like today after kind of a laid egg type performance to come out and see a fastball pitcher in Zach Plesac. Tim Anderson loves hitting fastballs, first pitch fastballs particularly, and have a good day, come out swinging. But did not go with that because the numbers weren't quite there. Mariners minus 1.5. We're going to take this for the 3rd straight day. It was 6-2 in game 1. Last night was, I think, a 4-2 final. It's 4-0 in the 9th. The Rangers put a little bit of a scare into it, but picked up 2 in the 9th. Mariners kept it to that minus 1.5 though and hit. Don't really care as much about the pitching matchup tonight. It's more so the teams. But Marco Gonzalez is throwing for the Mariners. He's been steady in his first 2 starts. I think he's got an ERA of about like right at 3 through 9 innings pitched, so that's fine. The Rangers are throwing Taylor Hearn, who's got a whip up over 2, so he's giving teams plenty of chances to drive in runs against them. I'm going to take the Mariners, just the better team, the better lineup, the better pitching at home, minus the 1.5 there plus money. And then I'm going to roll the dice with the Cardinals money line here. They're going with a bullpen game against Pablo Lopez is throwing for the Marlins. He's been their ace this year, been really good. But the Cardinals bullpen Cardinals have the best bullpen ERA in baseball. Jordan Hicks is the opener for them. He's thrown 4 scoreless innings so far this year. Cardinals are 7-3. They're hitting the ball really well. The Marlins, I think, have scored 3 or less runs in 3 of their last 4 games. So I'm going to take the 7-3 Marlins on a plus money line over the 7-3 Cardinals on the money line over a Marlins team that's been struggling so far, especially at the plate the last couple
I'll
days.
take that one.
Yeah,
That's my survivor pick this week.
I thought you had
Go
the
Cards.
Mariners.
I have both. I have multiple entries. So I need if the Mariners and the Cardinals win today,
Gotcha.
they'll both have 3 wins, and we'll just move on to next week. Where
I
I
didn't even
don't
know that you had
remember
the
who I have.
Cardinals. I blindly am backing you. How about that?
Yeah,
That's the
no,
chemistry we have here.
I used St. Louis in 2 and Seattle in 1. Apparently, is
Okay.
how I was looking at it. And then I did bet some golf. If you're in the Discord, if you're watching the golf shows, if you listen to me talk this week, I think I had 4 outrights and 4 full tournament matchups. I didn't bet any positional stuff. I did end up putting together a Prize Picks entry. I think I need a
I
few
saw
more
that.
shots. I
I see
I
you're
need a
fading
few.
Charlie Hoffman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been kind of that kind of way. I need a few more shots out of Leishman and Smith to get there. Hadwin and Svensson, one of my outrights, are 5 under through 7, only 2 shots off the lead, held by Robert Garrigus and Tommy Gainey, and also Hovland Morikawa, I guess, are up there as well. But a couple of single round matchups. These don't start until like this afternoon. These are late tee times. It just kind of worked out that way. I looked at what I was going to bet and I didn't post it last night. I'm like, these are all late tee times. I'll talk about them in the morning. I'll deal with this tomorrow. So, a team that I have already backed in a full tournament matchup in Hayden Buckley and Alex Smalley. I believe I have them. In fact, I'm just going to pull up my tracker here that I built the other day. I have them over Redmond and Ryder. Redmond and Ryder out hot, which is it's a long tournament. Everyone's going to score this today, but I do have them over Lee Hodges, I believe,
Sure. I think
and
that's right.
uh, and Vincent Whaley. I make this price closer to minus 140. Oh, knocked over my water bottle there. And then it's another one I actually backed. This is Team Ice Cream, Bramlett McNeely. I don't think I have them in a matchup per se. I do not, but this is one of my outrights. I took them. They were about 75 to 1. Tringali is a fade for me, and actually so is Wyndham Clark. I couldn't believe I actually found a place that had a better price than this. I found it even on this at a weird offshore that nobody else can sign up for anymore. It's a goofy spot. And congrats to Robert McIntyre on a hole in one. And congratulations to his partner for not having to hit a tee shot, maybe, if he went first. So you're not going to score better than that in best ball. You can just move on to the next hole if you're that team. So just these two, just normal size plays for me. For golf, everything is the same size. I'm done with this trying to figure out, if I should bet more on certain things or, some people do the thing with outrights where they bet smaller amounts on like real long shots. I'm just going to bet 1 unit on everything, the same amount. And then when I hit one of these wild long shots, it's gonna make me super rich,
I like
and
it.
and then I can bleed out for the rest of the year, and it won't matter.
I like that. It means you just got to hit one.
Just
It
just
just
takes
takes
one.
one. I had your Harold Varner outright. You gave that out I think early last week, and I was like, whatever, I'll take it. He's been playing well, and I ended up cashing out Sunday after he made I think bogey early on and dropped back to 10, and I got out enough to still make some money on it. But that was one I was really hoping was going to be that. I bet 1 unit on Varner, and I was like, come on, this is going to be it. He's playing so well. He
This is
fired
it.
63 on Saturday, and then Jordan did Jordan things, and Varner parred the par five, made a bogey after. I was like, no, this isn't happening.
It's funny. I talked about that all day. Didn't bet it. Didn't have a Varner outright. Ended up betting him top 5, top 10. I'm glad
Mm-hmm.
you cashed out too because he didn't
Oh
get
yeah,
there. But yeah,
there
like
was
there were six. By the time I got around to it, he got bet down, and I'm like, God damn it!
he
I'm like,
made bogey to get back to 10, and that was right when Van Ruyen like sunk one to go to 14, and I was
yeah,
shocked that I was still getting cashed out. Like I was still made money. It was like what I was like
yeah.
one
Take it.
unit to, like was paying me back 1.2 units or something. I was like, all right, I'm in. Yeah, just give me
Take
that.
the win. Yep.
He's
Take a
not making
little
up 4
win.
shots. I did. Was
It ain't
happy to do
happening.
it.
Love that. Love somebody taking a little bit of win there. So, um, hockey. Let's close her out
Hockey.
with some ice
We're
hockey.
we're going back to an old faithful bet here, and I'm going to stick with these heavy favorite money line parlays. Like end of the season, it's really hard to predict kind of the minus 1.5s and the puck lines. But we have some teams tonight. And honestly, I kind of forgot the Blues were also playing in San Jose against the team they should beat. I would probably add that to the parlay. Their money line is minus 205, but I didn't really realize that until about a half hour ago. A little bit too late for Dan to update the graphics. That's fine. That would definitely up the value of the parlay. But the Rangers and Hurricanes, I've talked about them a couple times. They have the same amount of games left to play. They're tied at 106 points atop the Metro Division. They have games that are winnable. The Hurricanes are at home against the Jets, who are obviously they're rightfully heavy favorites against. Rangers just beat the Jets a couple nights ago. I think it was 3-0 at home. Rangers are at the Islanders tonight, and that is the riskiest of the money lines. Hence why it's closest to even money. That's a rivalry game on the road against a team that would probably love to play spoiler in whatever way they can to the Rangers. But the Rangers are playing really good hockey, and they have a whole lot to play for. And with their schedule being as hard as it is down the stretch here with these last 5 games, the Islanders are a beatable team they kind of have to beat. So I like putting that down. Minnesota Wild are in Vancouver. Vancouver is the team that spoiled our 4-leg parlay on Tuesday. They had a third period lead against the Senators, who are terrible. They blew that lead and then lost in a shootout. They also kind of needed that one to keep any of their playoff hopes, whatever slim playoff hopes they had, alive. They really needed that one. They didn't get it. So this is going to be, in my opinion, a little bit of a demoralized Vancouver team that kind of lost their shot at the playoffs against a Wild team that is neck and neck with the Blues, competing for home ice in that first round matchup between those two. So I like Minnesota there, and then St. Louis for the same reason. I like Minnesota. Minnesota has a game in hand, so St. Louis really needs to win this one. I believe they're tied at 103 each. St. Louis needs to keep pace. Really like that parlay of anytime you can get some heavier money line favorites that all have something to play for against worse teams, bad teams. I like that. And Maple Leaf second period overs. They're just 13 out of the last 16 have hit it plus money. We take it. These two teams played, I think it was April 4th. The Leafs hit that second period over by themselves. Happy birthday, but belated. Is that what they say? Belated birthday. But yeah, Leafs hit that over by the second period over by themselves last time they play. I think they combined for 4. Leafs scored 3 of them. Over 2.5 plus 120. You can get those pregame lines, I believe, on Caesars and BetMGM. Go ahead and take it. It's just 13 out of 16 at plus money. You just have to keep taking. We're going to take it through the rest of the regular season.
Looking at the salami now. A lot of games tonight, apparently.
There
71.5. I make it 70.6 on my hockey model, so probably not a lot of value in the salami.
You should share that hockey model with me one day.
Lay off.
Yeah, Tuesday, Thursday, you usually get bigger slates because Wednesday's that national day where they only have like 3 or 4 games.
If there's hockey going on while I'm in Vegas, I will always bet the Grand Salami. Because it's just always up on the board. It's you look up and there's like the hockey games, and then at the bottom it's got the salami. I'm like, oh, I should bet that. Like I could cheer for like 9 goals in these 3 games or 2 games, whatever we need. That doesn't sound right. I'm 2 games. I'm guessing it'd be like 10.5, 11, something like that.
We should go to Vegas and work on a hockey model. Put one together.
I don't know if you need to go there. Yeah, talk to Reed.
We'll build one for the company that can go on the website, and we'll take one for the team. We'll go to Vegas. We'll build a hockey model.
I like it. I'm gonna put something together. It's an easy. It's the second time in about a week or so we've mentioned Poisson modeling. I think that'd be a decent one, but you'd have to go player level. You'd have to go player level versus player level. I don't know. I have to talk to my hockey guys. We'll figure it out. So, hey, guess what? Hit the thumbs up if you're in the YouTube. Like, subscribe, rate, review, retweet, thumbs up, share, reshare.
There you go. I thought you froze for a second there.
No, I was trying to do a share tie-in. If I could turn back time, I would redo that part. See you guys tomorrow.